What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for the final episode of My Hero Academia Season 3. Wow. Wow. A lot has actually happened with this season, guys. When Season 3 was announced at the end of Season 2, which Season 4 was announced at the end of this season, which, no surprise to any of us, I was hype. But we and my onlys, we weren't ready for what happened. We weren't ready for that All Might vs. Ultra 1-5, Deku vs. Muscular. So much stuff happened this season. It's ridiculous. I don't know if Season 4 is going to be this fucking hype. We'll have to wait and see on that because, Season 3 was so damn good. And another thing, guys, we did. I finally did it. I finally reached 100 subscribers, motherfuckers. Yes. And of course, with this glorious occasion, I got a shit ton of shit for y'all planned. You guys may remember the Brave Souls videos that the four that you haven't seen. The third anniversary, the fourth round, the 1,000-year Blood War, and a few other ones. I'm going to be releasing those as part of the special. Now, I wasn't like, I'm going to hold these off until I hit us. No. I actually have 3 out of the 4 done. I just, honestly, with college, I just haven't gotten a chance to do the last one. So, I'll be releasing those. The new manga pickups video that was recorded months ago, but I've yet to actually edit the thing, but I'll edit that and release it as well alongside. Stream for you, of course, stream for you guys. I'll give a little more detail about the content of that stream later on, and of course the Q&A. I'll do all of that whenever I get around to, of course, recording my 100 subscriber special video, thanking you guys and all that good shit, and then, we'll go from there. So yeah, another thing I want to ask you guys, do you guys want me to keep using Spider-Man PS4 gameplay for these reviews, or you want me to go back to Attack on Titan? I know this is the end of Season 3, but, this is more of a question for Season 4. Now, granted, if I ever give My Hero Academia 1 justice, I think the game is already out. I don't think it is. I think it comes out in October, if I remember correctly. But whenever I get my hands on that game, that's going to be the new permanent for all future Hero Aka reviews is going to be the game. So yeah, just tell me all that down below. Anyway, let's get to this review, because this episode, is this episode fucking awesome. Let us begin. So, after everyone is done, it's the big 3, the top 3 students in all of UA, the elite 12 of UA, and they're done. We got our boy Minato. And our boy Minato, whatever. He says, quiet looks at the blue hair girl. Sees her face, her boobs, then in them legs. Or thighs, whatever. And then he starts chanting, acquired, while he's fucking drooling. I don't mean a little bit, the man looks like the man looks like he just, like a bottle of water just spilled all over his desk. That's how much. I'm like, bro, keep that shit in your fucking pants. We ain't got time for this today, man. Don't do anything crazy. And then have me dying. And then we get to Sasuke. Tamaki. So they start introducing the first it opens him, and then he just gives them all an intense glare, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Such intensity from a glare. Everyone's damn near shitting themselves right now. Then he envisions them all as potatoes, just their heads. And he's like, no good. Even though I'm trying to make them potatoes only their heads, I only see them as humans. My mind, trying, blank. I want to go home, and turns around and faces the wall. I don't think the dude that just shares Sasuke's Japanese voice actor. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think it's him. It sounds very similar, although it might be more of Todoroki than anything else, but I was like, I swear to God, this man also shares Sasuke's Japanese voice. I mean, they're not even trying to be subtle at that point. But tell me down below if it is Sasuke's Japanese voice actor or not. Cause I think it's him because they sound similar, but I could be wrong there. So and everyone's just like, aren't you like the number top voice like, and the dude, and while that's all happening, the dude is legit shaking, like he's legit shaking with his hands in his pockets. After having such a badass introduction with that glare and everyone damn near shitting themselves to this. I swear. So then we get to the other introduction. So then we get to the other ones. First up is the blue hair girl named Otto, where then she proceeds to ask 50 questions with everyone, the whole goddamn class. She has this shoji like, oh hey, why are you wearing a mask? He's like, oh, it's because of my past. He asks, hey Todoroki, how'd you get that burn? He's like, and it's like, hey Toga, you're no, not Toga. Why did I was drawn there? He says like, why, Sue, you're like a tree frog right now, a toad. And she has like, hey mean, if I was to rip your horns out, would they grow back? And then we get to Minato, where she asks Minato, like, hey Minato, are those balls on your head? How do you get a haircut? Our dude starts blushing, of course. And actually, you see Kaminari's like, oh, she got the natural airhead thing to her. It's so kawaii. It's so cute. I was about to say kawaii. But I'm going to save myself from that cringe. Anyway. So, everyone's gushing about this girl. I won't lie, she kind of cute, but she ain't even, she's not even in my top 5. I mean, that could change. Throughout the series, she's likable, but I'll take Momo Cammy over her any day of the week for now. I'll even take Sue. Something like, she's like, probably, I don't think I would put her in my top 10 just yet. I would have to. We need to get to know her a little bit more. I have to get a little bit more, which we will in season 4. Which I'm looking forward to seeing her in season 4, because I got the story. So then Minato, of course, being Minato, takes this shit way too far and immediately takes up the Lula route, where it's like, oh, that's sexual harassment, with this massive smile face, and the look Momo gives him is while he's like going off is she's horrified. I loved it. And so Sarah's like, bro, she doesn't mean like that, you sick fuck. Cause like, bro, Minato, I don't know what the hell's going through your dirty little mind right now, but please keep it in your pants. That's all I'm gonna say. So then we finally get to Lucas, aka Small Mind, aka You Wish She Was the Main Character, aka this man has one badass hero costume, because I've actually seen pictures of it, and man, this man's hero costume is probably like one of my personal favorites in My Hero Academia, just saying. Mirio, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Mirio, I feel like I'm saying it kind of right, but I'm kind of like butchering at the same time, I don't know. I think I got it a little right. Anyway. And so we see her, and he's going on. Okay, everybody, the future is. It's dead silent. And actually, while she was going off, he ranks and looks at Mirio, and he's like, bro, stop her, my man. And so he's like, okay, and he talks to her like, okay, so you got you first just gotten your provisional licenses, my jokes didn't work earlier, and he says like, how about all of you face me right now? Everyone's obviously shocked by this. Like, wait, what? Nani? What? He asks his orator, like, yo, man, is this cool? And he says, you know what? Do whatever you want. So then we get over to the. I'm pretty sure this is the same era where they learned their specials, where. And so everyone's in like their little gym outfits, and then. We see Sasuke, Tamaki. I'm good. I'm done with the Sasuke joke, by the way. And then the man is still like all the way in the back, with his head, laying pressed up against the wall, and he's just like kind of like muttering to him, like stuff like I just hope we don't that these first years can actually are able to recover from this. And they're like, whoa. And Kishi's like, what do you mean unable to recover from this? Which we find out later. So he's like, everyone. So they start stretching. Everyone's like, okay, who's first? My man Deku's like, what, man? I'll go first. I got this. Let me do this first. And he's like, all right, the top student in UA versus me. How big is the distance? And so he gets up. He powers up one for all. And then we get a Mirio, and his clothes is falling off. It's like, and then I love the Jews. It's like not Jews. Yeah. Jiro. I was drawing a blank on her name first. I was like, what was her name again? Jiro. She's like crawling. She's like, oh! She's like naked. Like it's like, oh, sorry, hold on. It's a fine, process. He puts his pants back on, which you may remember back in the last week's episode. Deku recognized this guy, but he couldn't put his finger on it. We find out that he saw it back at the sports festival. He remembers that. So that's where he recognizes them, and actually he states actually at the sports festival he didn't really do so well at sports festival. It was like almost like around the end he wasn't really that big, and even remember if I remember correctly, none of the other two members of the big three did very well either. So he's kind of like, we're like, so how are y'all the big three if you if you guys didn't even do that so high? Excuse me. In the sports festival last year. So, and so back to where we were. So everyone kind of like has like those. They have like the long distance guys. They got like the guys that are more close quarters. You got everyone just so that they're all teaming up to help out Deku. So my man Deku charges in after he's done after his clothes start falling. He was putting his pad back on. He was already in the air by this point, and it was like, you're full of open. Tries to kick him, but his foot goes right through him, just like right through him. So and later on we do find out his quirky that he can pretty much phase through objects essentially, but including his clothes. So then Ashido's use and Sero and Aoyama use their quirks against him, but their quirks just go right through him, and then the man just whoops everybody's ass. He just try to take him out. Even like everyone tries to try to counter Deku and everyone's like it's like, oh, he has an awesome quirk, and then actually Tamaki comes like, no, that isn't a quirk to be jealous of. What is to be jealous of is his skill, first year boy. So. And so, like I said, LeMan just whoops everybody's ass. He's just like, boom, boom, he's like one-shotting these guys. And LeMan's not holding back. Cause it was like when All Might faced off against Deku and Bakugo at the end of Season 2, where LeMan just didn't hold back, and we saw the results of what happened to Deku and Bakugo. The same thing's happening here, although I don't think the results are quite as bad, because, they can because they're just mostly just holding in their guts. So, everyone's down to the ground. He even went through the floor, and Deku saw him coming a little bit, so he was about to try and kick him, but he of course went through him again, and he just eliminates the rest of everybody just like that. And actually, Todoroki was also there, but he wasn't even present because he says I didn't get my hero license, so my professional license yet, so he didn't. So Todoroki kind of just chilled, just stayed on the sideline watching this massacre unfold. And so, they comment about, the dude really needs to learn how to hold back, and then that's it. The dude's pretty muscular. The man's pretty muscular. The man definitely hits the gym. And we then finally kind of figure out what his quirk was. Well, which, as I stated before, he can phase through objects, but it's not just objects. He can't and I love this about Horikoshi. And it's the same thing. It's also what I also love about Araki with JoJo, where when you first look at say a quirk or a stand that got introduced, you see oh my god, this stand is so overpowered. And even though, and I've actually even heard about we look at other characters we've seen got introduced Shinso, I believe. You guys, the guys that have the quirk is brainwashing. Apparently, from little videos here and there I've seen, because like I said, guys, I do follow a lot of anime channels, but a lot of them do also cover the manga My Hero Academia, i.e. Chi Reviews, and my man Mayx. And I've actually heard that apparently that Horikoshi has actually kind of elaborated a lot more on Shinso's quirk, on the limitations of his brainwashing. Now, I don't know what those limitations are, because like I said, I'm just saying that Horikoshi has talked about that, yes, apparently that his quirk too has limitations, and that's something to love. He's not like Akira Toriyama, where the man will just make everything overpowered and just not fix it, like the Dragon Balls. they started off fine in the beginning of Z, and I'm assuming probably also the beginning of Dragon Ball. But nowadays they're so overpowered that that Dragon Ball literally has no tension. That literally Dragon Ball Z now or Super has zero tension now, nor does it have really like it doesn't have tension. I don't really feel anything like I don't feel like a hurry. Like when characters die, I feel jack shit. I'm just like one of the okay. Once again, get resurrected with the Dragon Balls, which is definitely one of the many problems I do have with just Dragon Ball in general. Anyway, but like I said, I do love Dragon Ball. I still love that series of Dead, but I'm just saying I got a lot of flaws with that series. But that's another thing that I love about Horikoshi and Araki is that they can you look at stands like Shining Diamond, Josuke stand. We've seen that he can heal people up and also shapeshift objects. But we learned a few episodes ago within the dub, because like I said, I'm reviewing with the dub. We found that he can revive the dead. He can revive the dead. Nor can Shine Diamond fix Josuke's own injuries. He has to fix those himself. And then of course here we got of course Deku's quirk One for All. He's like been struggling to control. He's kind of gotten better with it, but he still can't use 100% of it. And of course, and as we find out with this guy's quirk, Mirio, that he found that the man feels like that the man, just like I said, he phases through objects, but that includes that he can't feel anything. So he would just keep sinking. He pretty much would just go into the sunken place from Get Out, essentially, if he didn't really learn how to control. So the quirk is a long ways kind of like One for All, where it has a very steep learning curve could really make it work as a powerful quirk. But once you get it, you are like one of the top dogs of the Hero Society. You can get that quirk to work if you can just through trial and error. You can get that quirk to work for you, which is what he has done through training and through training and everything, and through learning predictions and to predict other people's moves. He has learned how to control. Where he's like, say, if he starts trying to face through a door, he leaves one of his feet, one of his legs what's the word I'm looking for? Where he doesn't use his quirk on one leg, where that leg won't fuse through the ground. All of his other body parts will go through the door. Then after he's through, he puts it all back on the other leg, where then he has that leg that was originally not fused, that he really wasn't fused. He fuses that one to that void. He can get through the door. It's a very meticulous process he has to do just to do basic stuff like that. It isn't just like that. Could it end up happening one day for this dude? Probably, or maybe not. Which, like I said, another great thing about the Horikoshi, he makes sure that quirk that's at first seem overpowered, he makes sure that they're not that they can be, but there's always there's always a caveat. There's always some sort of flaw with power, of course, that are really powerful. Like I said, brainwashing with Shinso, All for One, and of course Miru's quirk. And so we get back to Midori, Tamaki, and the other one. They're pretty much on the way back to class, but they talk about what they did there. And I see Tamaki's like, "Oh man, I'm glad I didn't have to do anything there. Let's just be thankful for me." For which I'm curious what this dude's quirk is. I'm definitely curious because when you first looked at him, he looks like a Sasuke knockoff, but then I swear Horikoshi did that on purpose just to throw people off. Just oh great, Sasuke. And he's like, no, don't worry, this isn't Sasuke. I'm like, and I'm just kind of curious with the whole Big Three thing. Is that just a reference to the Big Three of Shonen Jump from the back of the day, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, or that was just because it just sounded cool to him? That's what I'm legit curious about, because when I hear Big Three, all I hear is either Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, or LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh or Kevin Love, LeBron, and Kyrie, those big three basketball teams that was, KD, Russ, and, what was the other dude? James Harden. I almost forgot his name. James Harden back in the day. So yeah, I'm curious if that's if Horikoshi was just just referencing that stuff, or just because hey, sounds cool, because it does. Anyway, so We then get back to Deku. He's like, he remembers what Eyes Out, where we get a quick little flashback. Eyes Out says, like, that they're still not certain whether or not the first years are going to have, the hero studies, work class, because, they're going to talk with the faculty, but then they got to deal with, like, the media and everything, so they're going to try to see what they can do, but no promises. And he then calls the Grand Torino, like, hey, man, you taking any offers for this? He's like, oh, I'm busy, dude. No, I can't. And he's like, bro, why don't you just talk to All Might? I mean, the man has dedicated himself to teaching now. And he says, like, oh, but what about what Aizawa said about using connections? He's like, yeah, if you have any. And plus, don't you think All Might could bring kid, like, give you some, introduce you to a bunch of people? I mean, he is All Might. I'm sure the man has a shit ton of connections to people. And he even talks about, what about including his former sidekick, which I'm curious that, now, I don't know, now it probably doesn't have anything to do with the movie, because I was like, oh, great, is that something about the movie? But judging from the fact this is a canon episode and everything, this is probably referring to something in the manga, not so much that one dude we see in the movie. In the movie, I think it's actually now started airing here in the States. Unfortunately, guys, I won't personally be watching it just because it's not in a theater near me. Without having my parents drive me, and I doubt there's no way I can convince them to take me to a My Hero Academia movie. So it sucks. But if you guys are gonna go check it out, tell me down below what you think of the movie, because oh my god, the movie looks so good. I can't wait to see when it comes out on Blu-ray. Anyway, and so after that, we then get back to the villains, doing all the little setup needed for season 4, including a dude, a very spiffy dress gentleman with blonde highlights, blind eyebrows, and glasses, in a white suit. Now, like I said before, with season 4, I'm gonna be like a half manga reader, where I kind of have a foot in the door, because that dude with the white glasses, I know his quirk, and I know his backstory. And I can't wait to see an anime. I just got some of the few manga panels I saw from Nico B's video. I'll discuss more about the whole Nico B stuff and when we get to that part in the anime. When it gets to the anime. But yeah, I love what I saw there. I'm definitely curious to see it animated, and I'm hyped just because, yeah. So overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. Great way to end My Hero Academia Season 3. And next week, we got TG and SAO for y'all, so if you're gonna watch those, cool. If not, I'll see you guys again for Season 4. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, leave those rocks below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.